fam, that's what they call me. Promise that you'll never be lonely. Be the fam, that's what they call me.
Y'all, it's your girl T Michelle back here with another video for you and 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 all the people that love me. I love y'all too. But anyway, guess what, y'all? Before I even get started, okay, I want to say something real fast to y'all. It's just because it's on my heart, and I feel that there might be some people out there that need to hear it, okay? So listen. You listening? Y'all listening? Okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's not the end of the world if you're wrong about something. I don't know who raised some of these people out here. I don't know, if they had mamas or daddies or whatever who did it. I don't know who done it. But somewhere out there, people are being taught that it's like the end of the world if you're wrong. You can't admit that you're wrong, because if you're wrong, it's the end of the world. Don't be one of those people, y'all. I'm telling you, don't be one of those people. And I'm not saying this because like I said, I don't know where this is coming from. I just, it's on my heart. So I wanted to tell y'all. Don't sacrifice losing a good relationship, a good friend, a good anything because you want to be right all the time. So it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to admit that you're wrong. It's okay to say sorry. Don't lose good relationships with people because you want to be right. Okay? Anyway, guess what? Why do we always gotta go through this, y'all? I be talking to you and I be saying to you, guess what? And you don't never answer me. Answer me. I got a story to tell. Story time, story time, story time, story time, story time. All right, y'all. So y'all know that this Rona is bugging. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's bugging. It's getting bad. It's getting really, really bad out here. People is really passing away from this junk. Like, it's serious, y'all. I'm telling y'all, if you can, stay home. Fuck all that essential employee shit. Like, do something. Find another job. I don't know what to tell y'all, but ain't no job worth your life. Okay? So y'all know that all of the Rona is bugging out, right? And killing people and all type of shit. It's terrible. Excuse me. So I was reading how they talking about they already canceled school for the rest of the school year. But now they talking about canceling graduation. They talking about canceling prom. Like, it's crazy. So in my mind, I'm going to take y'all back to 2004. Now, granted, I'm going to let y'all know straight up. And I'm not ashamed to say this. Might be a little hard for some of y'all to believe and stuff, I understand. But I was not popping in high school. Okay? I wasn't popping like that. And the reason why I wasn't popping like that is because I wasn't fucking. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I feel like that's why I wasn't really popping like that in high school, is because I wasn't fucking. I wasn't sleeping with nobody. I didn't want to sleep with nobody. I didn't even have a boy. Well, yes, I did. I had one boyfriend in high school. We're going to get into that in another story time. But but I didn't have no boyfriend. You know how some people get somebody and they have them throughout the whole 4 years of high school? I wasn't one of them people. But yeah, I wasn't fucking. So I wasn't really popping like that. And I had a few crushes. I had a few crushes and stuff. I think in total, I had 6 crushes in high school. My first crush was this dude named James. Oh my God. Y'all. Oh my God. He was like the first person that I saw when I first started my school. Remember I told you I went to high school in Brooklyn. So coming from Queens, you on the train and shit like that. I'm on the train. I see Shorty. I'm like, yo, I hope he goes to my school. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But he was so much older than me. He was like 3 years older than me. Yeah, he was 3 years older than me. So was it 3 years or was it 2 years? I think it was 2 years. Because when I was a freshman, he was a junior. And he had a girlfriend already, so he wasn't really checking for me. He didn't know nothing about me or whatever like that. You know, shout out to him. Shout out to James. And then after James, there was a dude named Andre. Andre used to come and take the train with me. We used to take the train together because we both lived in Queens or whatever like that. But Andre was all about his baseball team. Like, he wasn't, if he liked girls, not to say like that, but I'm saying if he was interested in girls, like if he wanted to date and all that stuff, I couldn't tell because he was all about his baseball team. Then it was a dude, Ty. Yeah, Ty. What was that? Ty. Ty had a crush on another girl, so he wasn't checking for me. Then it was my boyfriend, who became my boyfriend. His name was Marcus. And then after Marcus, it was my homeboy. He became, this is funny. He became my homeboy, Mike. But back then they used to call him Murder. I think they still call him Murder. Mike, do they still call you Murder? But anyway, then it was Mike. And then my last crush was this dude, Jonathan. Jonathan was my last crush and whatever. Now, Jonathan, I wanted Jonathan to take me to prom. That's who I wanted to take me to the prom, because at the time, me and him was communicating with each other or whatever like that. But Jonathan was bad. Remember I told y'all in my other story, not my story time, but one of my what's really good, I told y'all back in high school, I had crushes on the bad boys. Like, if you was bad, and if you got detention, if you was on the verge of getting kicked out, I was in love with you. So, Jonathan, I used to call him John. John had got kicked out of school, but I think he had got kicked out of school right before his school year was up, so it really didn't matter, because like, say he was graduating, I wouldn't have seen him anyway. But anyway, I had decided in my head that I wanted John to be the one to take me to prom, and I decided that I wanted him to be the one to take my virginity. How they do it in the movies, y'all know how they do it in the movies, how, you know, you go to prom and that's the night that you lose your virginity and shit like that. And don't front, because some of y'all did lose your virginity on prom night. I wasn't one of those people though. Anyway, I think at the time, Jonathan was talking to somebody. Like, he was talking to a girl or whatever. I didn't know, because he had left the school. So I didn't know he was talking to somebody, but we were still cool. So I had called him, and I was like, you know, I really want you to take me to prom. Like, I want you to be my prom date. He was like, damn, Tracy, I can't take you to prom. So I'm like, why you can't take me to prom? He's like, because I'm talking to somebody. Like, I'm dealing with somebody right now. And I'm like, you got a girlfriend? He's like, I'm dealing with somebody right now. You know I would take you. I would love to take you, but I can't take you. So my heart was all broken, and I was all depressed and shit like that. You know how you are in high school, thinking that the fucking world is come to an end because you're not getting everything that you want, or things ain't going to pan out the way that you want them to pan out. So then I had decided, if he not taking me, I'm not going with nobody else. I ain't going to ask nobody else, because that's who I want to take me. So I ain't going to ask nobody else. So I ended up going to the prom by myself. Not by myself. I didn't have a date. That's what I mean. But I went with some peoples. Now, I can't remember exactly who was in my limo. I remember a few people. If I'm wrong, forgive me. Forgive me, because this was years ago. So if I'm wrong, forgive me. There was a dude, Miller. Miller lived in my neighborhood, and we had the idea, like, oh, well, let's just go to prom together. Like, not because he had a girl, but he was like, let's just go to prom together because we live in the same area. You know, it probably ain't going to be that much money or whatever like that. We decided that we was going to go. And then I had my homeboy Rob, or whatever like that. Rob, I used to chill with all the time. All the time. Like, we had every class together. We had every free period together, whatever. Rob didn't have a date. Because I think, and I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think back then, Rob was gay, but not saying that he was gay. But we all knew that he was gay. We all knew what was up or whatever. But, you know, he didn't have to say it. But we all knew. So Rob didn't have a date. Then It was my boy Travis. How Travis ended up in our limo, I don't know, but I think it was because his girl, he had a girl, Jessica. I think Jessica was cool with Rob, and Rob was like, "Oh well, I'm going with Tracy and Miller, and da 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 da. So let's all go together." There might have been somebody else in the car. I don't remember. Like I said, y'all, it was a long time ago. I don't remember. But anyway, and I'm not trying to make this story too long. So at the time of my prom, you know, I told y'all when I was like a junior or a senior, like I don't really remember. Senior year, junior year, I don't remember when my mom got diagnosed with cancer. But right around the time that I had prom, she had her first operation. So she couldn't really help me get ready. She couldn't really help me get ready, and she was really sad about that or whatever. But I just, to be honest with y'all, I just wanted my mom to be cool. Like, I wanted her to be healthy. I want her to be here. Like, I didn't care about none of that other stuff. As long as she was good, I was good. So my dad helped me get ready for prom. Now, y'all, I was fly. I was fly prom night. I had this gray, silvery looking dress, and it was cut off. It was like this. It was like cut off and whatever. My shoulders was out. And my hair was up, and I think I had a little tiara. I had a little tiara or whatever like that. You know, shoes was popping. You know, I was feeling myself. I was gorgeous. I wish I had pictures to show y'all, but my mama got all my pictures or whatever like that. So, yeah, you know, I meet Miller downstairs. Miller got his girl or whatever. Now, I think when they came and they got us, they had already got all the people that lived in Brooklyn. So, it was Travis, his girl, and Rob that lived in Brooklyn. And it was me, Miller, and his girl that lived in Queens. So I think they already had them in the car already by the time they came and they got us. I don't remember where the prom was. I think the prom was in Queens or it was in Brooklyn. I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we get to the prom, y'all, and I seen my peoples or whatever, and we turned up. Like, I ain't have no date, but you wouldn't have been able to tell that I didn't have no date because I was out there dancing with everybody else's dude and stuff. Because some dudes was on that wallflower shit. Like, they was too cute or they was too sexy to get out there and dance and stuff. But a lot of other dudes, they was out there. I was dancing with everybody else's day. Hi, what your name is? Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. I was getting in. I even stole somebody's date. Now, calm down. Calm down. Because I didn't do it on purpose. This dude didn't even go to our school. He didn't go to our school. He came with another girl. But from what I was told and from what I knew, I don't even remember this girl's name. She was a bitch. So I guess she was acting bitchy that night. And he kind of like left her to herself. And he seen me. And he was like, oh, what's good? You want to dance? I was like, yeah, I want to dance. He was sexy, too. But he was an asshole. Like, I ended up talking to him after the prom. And he was an asshole. He was like one of them pretty boys that was really full of themselves or whatever like that. So, yeah, we in the prom. We dancing. We getting in and stuff. All right. Now, prom is over. Now, y'all know after the prom, it's usually an after party. So, the plan was we're going to prom, we're going to after party, and then after the after party, later on the next day, we was all supposed to go to Six Flags. That was the plan. Note how I said that was the plan. But I ended up being in the car, which I knew. I don't even understand why I didn't think of this ahead of time. I ended up being in the car with a bunch of weed heads. So they wanted to smoke weed, and they wanted to drink, and they wanted to do all type of shit like that. Our limo driver wasn't having it. Like, our limo driver was like, oh, y'all not smoking in my car. Y'all not smoking around my car. Like, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? He's like, y'all gonna have to go somewhere and do that. Now, we went to the first after party. I don't remember where it was at, but we went to the first after party, and nothing was happening. Like, nobody was there. I didn't even see nobody. I didn't even see my peoples. At least I don't remember. We went to the first after party. Wasn't nothing happening. Wasn't even nobody dancing. People was just standing around. And it was like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know, but it was early. Then none of us want to go home. So, Miller or Rob, one of them, was talking to another girl that we went to school with. And she was like how her pops is the owner of this club. And her pops can get us in. And, you know, it's better. It'll be 10 times better than this. And, you know what I'm saying? Just follow her limo and we'll all link up and all type of stuff like that. Mind y'all, we are already wasted time going to the first after party. We are already wasted time. So we decided to go to the second after party because we were supposed to be getting a hookup. We were supposed to get in there. So the whole time that all of that is happening, I'm on the phone with Jonathan. I'm like, Jonathan, I wish you was here. He was like, yo, don't tell me that, because, yo, I'll come find you right now, and we'll finish off your prom together. And I was just like, no, don't do. I should have said yes, but I was like, no, don't do that or whatever. And he was like, yo, because I know you in Brooklyn. Like, it ain't nothing. I can come find you. And I was like, no, I still just wish you was here. And I was like, all that lovey talk and all that stuff. So we get to the second after party. That shit was trash too. That shit was garbage. It was a waste of time. So by the time we got to the second after party or whatever, Miller and Rob is like, oh, well, we gonna go smoke. Now, I didn't smoke. Miller's girl didn't smoke. Travis didn't smoke. And Jessica didn't smoke. So we was all stuck in the car. We was in the car waiting. Now, it was supposed to be a quick thing. It was supposed to be a quick thing. Because I think when we got to the second after party, the limo driver was like, you know, y'all got the car up until I think he was like 2 or 3. He said some shit like that. But basically, he was letting us know that our time was about to run out. So, you know, they was like, oh, well, it's going to be a quick thing. It's going to be a quick thing. It's not nothing long. Yeah, the fuck right. So we in the limo talking or whatever. Time is going by, and we like, yo, where these dudes is at? Like, what the fuck? Like, we about to run out of time waiting for these dudes. How long does it take to smoke a blunt? Like, are you serious? So they come back to the car. They come back to the car smelling like mad bud. Smelling like mad bud. The limo driver is pissed off. He is pissed off. He's like, I told y'all, you know, the ain't no smoking in my car. And like, he was tight. He was mad. And I think this had a lot to do with what happened next. So we driving, whatever, and we looking at the time and stuff, and it's like, I think it was Rob that was like, oh, well, he can't just kick us out the car. Like, he can't just, you know, if we run out of time, if anything, he'll charge us more, but he can't kick us out the car. So I'm thinking that we good. Like, yeah, we about to run out of time, but we probably just gonna have to pay more money, but he ain't gonna kick us out the car. So I think we had dropped off Travis. Travis and Jessica was the first stop to drop home. We dropped them off, and I think we was on the way to Rob's house. But then we started arguing in the fucking car. We started arguing in the car. Rob was like, why don't y'all just come to my house? Like, because I don't think nobody wanted to pay more money. So Rob was like, why don't y'all just come to my house or whatever like that? And I was like, no, I want to go home. I want to hurry up and go back to Queens and stuff. And I think Miller's girl was saying the same thing. She was like, I got to get back home. I got to get to... And we was just arguing in the car or whatever like that. So then we decided, all right, we're going to go to Rob's house. We all going to get dropped off at Rob's house. We didn't even make it to Rob's house, y'all. That nigga kicked us out of the fucking car. In the middle of Brooklyn. It had to be, I think it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. This nigga kicked us out. He was like, unless y'all got some bread right now, y'all can get up out my car. And we sitting there, like, we standing there in our prom dresses and shit like that. Like, you can't kick us out. He's like, yes, I can. Y'all better get out of my car. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that they were smoking and they smelled like bud, and he was mad that, you know, the car did smell like bud. I mean, they were smoking. They wasn't smoking in the car, but yeah, the car smelled like bud, and I think he was pissed off. I think he was mad because that was like cleaning and all type of stuff. Y'all know. So I think that had a lot to do with him not trying to hear shit. Like, he was just like, I don't care what y'all do, unless y'all got some money right now, y'all getting up out my car. Kicked us out the car. I don't remember where the hell we was at, y'all. I just know we was in the middle of Brooklyn at like 2:30 in the morning in our prom dresses and all type of stuff. We was by, he dropped us off at a train station. I forgot what train station. No, I know it was the G train. But he dropped us off at the train station, and we was underneath this like this what's that shit called? Where the train goes above you. I don't remember what that shit is called, but we was underneath there. He dropped us off. So I'm mad. Now I'm mad. Now I'm pissed off. I'm like, yo, I'm in my prom dress. I'm not going to lose my virginity tonight. I went to the prom by myself. Even though I had fun, I was just like, I'm not going to lose my virginity tonight. I'm not with who I want to be with. And I'm in the middle of fucking Brooklyn in my beautiful prom dress with a tiara. Like, you know, these niggas, they just like, well, since we got kicked out, we might as well go smoke. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's the reason why we got kicked out, because of y'all wasting mad time going to smoke weed. Y'all could have waited to do that or whatever like that. It was just like, oh, Tracy, come on. Da, 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 da. I was mad, y'all. I was pissed off. So before I left my house, I had my pops had gave me money. He had gave me money. And I think I had a jacket. I had a little jacket or whatever. It wasn't a jacket, but it was a jacket or whatever. It didn't hide nothing. But I think it was like for just my shoulders to keep me warm or whatever like that. Y'all, I was like, well, fuck it. I'm getting a cab. Like, fuck y'all. Y'all could smoke and do whatever it is that you want to do. I'm getting a fucking cab. So, like I said, we was in the middle of Brooklyn. Y'all, I don't know where the hell we was at, but we was like in the middle of Brooklyn. Wasn't no cars where we was at. It wasn't no cars. And the cars that did pass, they didn't stop. Like, they was just like, and his girl, Miller's girl, she was upset and stuff like that. And I was just like, and I didn't want to, but I was like, I'm about to jump on the fucking train. And she was looking at me. She was like, you really about to get on the train in your prom dress? I was just like, well, we not getting no cabs and stuff like that. And I was like, you want to go? And she was like, I don't want to get on the train in my prom dress. And I was like, yeah, but I'm going to be with you. Like, you don't have to stand there and watch these niggas smoke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because she was kind of like a goody-goody. She was a goody-goody. You could tell that she was uncomfortable by the whole thing or whatever like that. And I was just like, yo, I got you. I'll be with you. Like, don't even worry about it. She didn't want to go, y'all. She didn't want to get on the train. But they really didn't seem to care. They really cared about smoking. So I was like, fuck y'all. And I went downstairs and got on the fucking G train. Now, at night, y'all, the GG, it's empty. Wasn't nobody on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even remember what night it was, but it didn't matter. It was early in the morning. Wasn't nobody on the GG. So I could really hide. You know, I could really hide that I was wearing my prom dress or whatever like that, because there wasn't nobody around. There wasn't nobody waiting for the train. I was the only one waiting for the train. And then when I got on the G train, wasn't nobody on the G train. Now, there was a time where the G train used to go all the way to Queens. Like, it used to go from Brooklyn all the way to Queens. It used to go to 98th. What was it? 95th? I don't remember. Smith and 9th. That was it. Smith and 9th. They used to go from Smith and 9th Street all the way to 71st Continental. But then 9/11 happened. And after 9/11 happened, they added another train called the V train. The V for victory. That was supposed to be the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? In honor of 9/11. I had forgot all about that. So I'm thinking, okay, late night, you know, it's going to go. Because they used to do that. Late night, it used to go all the way to Queens. But this night, I guess they was like, fuck that shit. And you had to get off. And get off the train at Court Square. And walk through this tunnel to get to the V train. To get to my house. So I'm like, oh, goddamn. Get to Court Square. And I'm walking, right? I'm walking through that tunnel. I don't see nobody in the tunnel. You know, I'm like, all right, I'm good. Y'all, as soon as I cut that corner, to be on 23rd Eli to get the V train, all these people, and all eyes was on me, like, y'all, I was glowing. Like, I had on the sparkly shit. It wasn't sequin, but it was sparkly. It had glitter. And I had my tiara. My hair was up. Curls everywhere. Like, you could tell I was coming from prom. Like, there wasn't no way you could, unless you was blind, you could tell that I was coming from prom. So I'm like, I'm just going to look forward. I ain't going to make no eye contact with nobody. And should nobody bother me. Wrong. Wrong. And it was late night, y'all. So the train took like 45 minutes to come. So I'm standing in the train station in my prom dress, all these curls in my hair, tiara, all this shit, glitter every fucking where. People walking past me like, oh, some people, oh, you look so pretty, you look so beautiful. Da, da, da. Thank you, like you, thank you. And went, and then some dudes was like, oh my god, are you coming from prom? Did you go? She looked like she coming from the prom. I'm just like, dear Lord, please don't let nobody bother me. Anyway, train ended up coming. I get on the train. Then, from the train, I had to walk all the way to my house in some fucking hills. And there was rocks every fucking way. Y'all, I was so mad. By the time I got to my house, and my mom, she was so cute. My mom was up because she felt bad. Like, she felt bad. Now, mind you, when I left Brooklyn, it was dark outside. When I got home, it was light outside. The sun had came up. So I don't know what time I left Brooklyn. I don't know how long I was waiting for the train. I don't know. Because it wasn't that far. Like, honestly, it wasn't a long ride. But I guess because it was late night, it was a long ride. But like I said, when I left Brooklyn, it was dark. I got home, it was light outside. My mom, she was up. She came out the bedroom with a big old smile on her face. She was like, did you have fun? She was like, baby girl, tell me all about your prom. I'm like, Ma, I just got off the train. She's like, you just got off the train. I said, Ma, I had to take the train home. She was like, didn't you have a limo? Your dad said that he walked you to the limo. I was like, yeah, I had a limo. I got kicked out the limo. She was like, why did you get kicked out of the limo? What did you do? I'm like, I didn't do nothing, Ma. We ran out of time. I didn't tell her why we ran out of time. But I was like, we ran out of time. And the guy was like, how if we didn't have cash, that was it. We had to get out of his shit. She was like, oh my God. She's like, you rode all the way from Brooklyn to Queens in your prom dress. Why you didn't take a cab? I'm like, Ma, wasn't no cabs where we was at. I don't know where he dropped us off at. I know he dropped us off in front of a train station, but wasn't no cabs. There was nothing. She was like, well, at least you made it home safe. At least you made it home safe. She was like, did you have fun? I said, yeah, I had fun at the prom, but this ruined my night. Like, this is not what I wanted from my prom night. She was like, I understand, but you know, at least you got home safe. At least you safe. My mom was such a sweetheart. I love you, Mama. But then my phone started ringing off the hook because, mind you, my phone was dead. I didn't mention that my phone had died or whatever, so I couldn't call for a cab either. I get home, plug up my phone starts ringing. It was all my homegirls. Everybody from my crew is calling me like, girl, we about to go to Six Flags. Where you at? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This was like later on in the day. I was like, I'm not going nowhere. And they like, why? What's going on? What's good? I remember my homegirl Tiff called me, and Sasha called me. And they was like, where you at? I'm like, yo, I'm not going nowhere. Let me tell y'all. A bitch had to take the fucking train home. And they was like, what you mean you had to take the train home? You had a limo. I'm like, I got kicked out of the limo because of Robert and because of Miller. Doing whatever it is that they was doing for like fucking 45 minutes, wasting time. And then by the time they got back in the car and the dude is driving us home, that was it. And they was like, girl, you should have came with us. You should have did this. I'm like, I ain't even paid. I ain't giving y'all no money for y'all limo. And they was like, bitch, you know how many people was in our limo that didn't pay? You know how many people was in the fucking limo? We was bouncing from limo to limo. I was like, whatever, y'all. But I'm not going nowhere because I'm disappointed. I'm upset. I'm hurt. Like, I had fun at the prom. But I ain't get to go to the prom with who I wanted to go to the prom with. I ain't get to lose my virginity. And then these motherfuckers had me walking around in Brooklyn in the middle of the night, getting on a train to come home and do nothing. Like, I was upset. I was so mad, y'all. I was so upset. But yeah, y'all, that's what happened on my prom night. Your girl had to take the G train. She took the G train all the way home. No, I took the G train to the V train, and then the V train all the way home, and then I had to walk or whatever by myself, a lonely virgin, just walking and stuff, walking my life away. But yeah, y'all, that's basically what happened. I look back on it now and laugh that shit actually happened. But I was upset. Like, I was so sad about that. And I was just like, I'm going to always remember my prom night for this. I ain't going to remember it because of what I wanted to happen, but I'm going to remember it because I had to take the fucking train home. Anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed that story time. Like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about me. Y'all see I'm back in my usual setup. I'm short. I was tired of trying to, lift myself up to show myself on that counter. It's tough being short. It's tough being a midget. But, yeah, y'all, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will check y'all in the next video. Peace.